The third sentence is this. Jesus Christ is the one whose voice the righteous motivation is. The speaker indicates the subjective complement to define the subject, Jesus Christ, of the be verb is with the precedent, the one, and the subordinate clause whose voice the righteous motivation is. The subordinate clause whose voice the righteous motivation is linked to the main clause with the phrase of the noun whose voice, that the determiner whose and the subjective complement voice that belongs to the precedent, the one, consists of the phrase of the noun whose voice is the subjective complement in the subordinate clause. The subject, the righteous motivation, is described by the condition of the subject from the definition of the be verb is. As the precedent, the one, and the determiner whose indicate the same subject, the subordinate clause whose voice the righteous motivation is a description about the subjective complement that belongs to the precedent, the one. The listeners can understand that the speaker intends to describe the belonging of the precedent, the one, and the noun, voice, included in the phrase of the noun whose voice to link the subordinate clause to the main clause. The phrase of the noun whose voice indicates the subjective complement to define the subject, the righteous motivation, in the subordinate clause. The sentence is integrated from these two conferences. The first conference to be the main clause is this. Jesus Christ is the one. The second conference to be the subordinate clause is this. The righteous motivation is his voice. The speaker links the subordinate clause to the main clause because the phrase of the noun, the one, to be the precedent corresponds with the determiner, his. Then the speaker replaces the possessive determiner his into the subordinating conjunction whose. The noun voice consists of a phrase of the noun with the subordinating conjunction whose. The phrase of the noun whose voice is linked behind the precedent, the one. The other part of the second conference to be the subordinate clause is stated in the original arrangement. The speaker links the subordinate clause to the main clause with a way to replace the determiner his with the subordinating conjunction whose, and state the subordinate clause whose subjective complement is the phrase of the noun whose voice behind the precedent, the one, in the main clause.